All right, you guys, look, we're super excited. We wanted to make sure that we put this boot camp together for you guys because we have so many people coming in, and it's a great thing. But one of the things that I always talk about all the time is that people move at the speed of the leader. And so if we making sure that we are putting things in place, even as, you know, the masses of people are flooding in that also want to help other people, that also want to get this education into the hands of their family and friends, we want to make sure that you guys are equipped and that you understand the way the money moves. I'm big on want to make sure, I want you guys to hit these chairman ranks that y'all continue to keep on sharing, but I want to make sure that you understand how to hit those chairman ranks and the stuff that you have to do in order to adopt a chairman's mentality to be able to receive the desired amount of money that you want to actually make in this profession. And so that's why we put this together for you. So if you don't see your leader on or someone else that is also building in this, make sure that you go ahead and get them on, or make sure you share this with them afterwards. So the first thing that we're going to definitely get and jump into is a builder's mindset. And so I love this because this is so important, and we're going to just I'm briefly going to share with you guys some of these small nuggets when it comes to having a builder's mindset. So pay close attention, make sure you have your pen and your paper out. So one of the first things that we're definitely going to talk about, you have to be committed to being a product of the product. All right, so you have to have passion behind whatever it is that you're doing, period, point blank. The reality is this: if you want to have a six-pack, you cannot expect just by dreaming and writing it out and looking at other people that are in the gym working out and hoping that one day you're going to look down and your body lines up with everything that you're written out, you know? So you have to become passionate about it. And those that want to see a six-pack are passionate about receiving a six-pack result because they're putting the work in. They're drinking their water. They're eating salads. They're working out. They're doing the necessary things that is needed to be able to see those same results. So the same thing for you. While you have your pen and paper, I need you to write down your why. My why for myself as to why I am consistently traveling the globe to be able to teach people, why I get up every single morning and night and I'm constantly looking at graphs and charts. I'm developing my skill set. I'm doing it for you. That's my why. My biggest why is that I'm doing it for you. I can't stand lack. And so that's one of the first things that I write down. That is why I'm so passionate. I'm passionate about education, and I'm passionate about educating the masses of people. So that's my why. Whether or not I make a dime or a dollar in this profession, I understand the education that is attached to it. I'm not driven by going to share the education and information with people, whether or not I actually made money by being a student by using this particular information. I go out and share the information because I'm passionate about educating the masses. Why? Because our community, people that we live amongst, they are clueless. The 99% of the world is clueless to understanding global economics and understanding the way money moves. And so they will always be in a position of lack. So you have to have your why. That's my why. And everything outside of that is a benefactor. It's a benefit of it. So that's why my why. That's why I get up. That's why I'm constantly on social media marketing and sharing with people. That's why whenever you're in my presence, you see what I'm saying, whether I'm at a restaurant, whether I'm out and about, guess what? I'm sharing the information. I'm showing my screenshots. I'm educating the masses of people. So you have to write down your why. So I need all of you guys to identify what that why is, okay? Identify that why. The next thing is focus on all others. Point blank. We just shared that. You have to focus in on other people. My focus is seeing you guys grow. My focus is seeing you become chairman. I have literally stopped thinking about what my focus is, me becoming chairman, 10 or chairman 100, chairman 250, chairman 500. That's not even my focus, because I know that if I get you to where you need to get to, by default, I am going to grow by default. If I focusing on helping getting Camille to where she needs to get to, you know what I mean? By default, I am going to grow, right? And so you have to begin to focus on others. My focus is to seeing people become financially free. And that's how you have to be in this particular space. And you have to lead with that. The next thing is accountability. Man, this is extremely important. You have to be accountable. I am accountable. Let me tell you something. With my leaders outside of myself, I'm constantly reaching out to them. Reaching out to Camille, reaching out to Dr. Jewel, reaching out to Lawrence, and reaching out to other people that are my leaders in this space. Why? Because I can't do it by myself. And then I have accountability set in place. So if I'm looking to reach these goals, if I'm looking to, hit these ranks, and I have to stay accountable, right? I can't just be teaching accountability and I'm just running rapid and running loose, and I'm expecting you to be accountable as well, because that's what I'm teaching you. No, I have to duplicate the exact same actions. And so I'm just not freely out here just doing whatever I want to do. No, I am laser focused. I have accountability set in place. I have others that I'm accountable to as well. And I'm reaching out to those leaders. Look, if I want to have a three-way going on, I'm not putting my business and what I do in the hands of someone else to help me to reach chairman. I hope you pay close attention to that. If I know I need to be chairman, you know, I got to put on my big girl draws. Let's go, put my boots on and get it in. I got to get to work. I got to put the work in. Okay. So I have to stay accountable. And you have to make sure, if you have leaders, don't just be allowing us to just be here just to be here. You pull on us. Allow us to be there for three ways. Allow us to be here to speak and talk and direct. Why? Because we have already have reached areas and plateaus and places that you're looking to get. And even though we're still growing in areas as well, look, we all could be able to learn from each other. So I want you guys to write down, I am accountable. You know, I have accountability. I am going to work accountability. So that's the third thing. And then the next thing, expecting change is avoiding discouragement. Oh my God, let me tell you something. You guys eliminate that right now. Avoid discouragement. I have been in this particular space and worked for myself for the last 12 years of my life. Okay. I've been unemployed. I haven't worked for anybody. So I understand, you know, if you have great momentum in anything, whatever you're doing in business, and then you hit a plateau, right? It can be discouragement can come in. Then you're discouraged and because of the challenges. But guess what? In life, as you continue to evolve and you get to higher and higher places, guess what, you guys? There will be resistance. There will be resistance. But I can promise you, if you break past the resistance, then guess what? There's so much more on the other side. There's so much growth leading up to the resistance, and then there's even more growth after the resistance. So pay close attention, you guys. So don't cry or don't push back whenever things don't seem to line up exactly the way you anticipated or you expected it. What am I talking about? I'm talking about people trying to get into the business, and then the payment system ain't working right. So now you're frustrated, like, man, it ain't working. Guess what? Become a problem solver. You know how to speak back to them and say, you know what? Look, we're excited to have your part. We're working through some things right now. That's having a leader mentality. That's avoiding challenges and, you know, rising above it. You know, you're not sitting here just complaining about everything, because look, if the reality is this, you guys, things happen, stuff mess up. You know what I'm saying? But it's what you do in the process. The next thing is communication. We have to learn how to communicate. We have to. We have to plug in and we have to communicate with one another. Because although you may be secretly saying, hey, I want to become a P150, but you're not even included or including yourself in the run, in the excitement of being a part of the team Telegram chat group and responding back there. Nobody knows that you want to become a P150. Nobody knows that you want to become a P600. Nobody knows but you, and we can't help you. So communication is key. If you don't understand something, guess what? Reach out. Reach out. We are very open leaders. I'm telling you, we want to hear your voice. We want to include you into everything. Why? Because this whole movement is not about us. It's about every last one of us. And we want to see all of our chairmen succeed in this particular field. And then plug into leadership daily. Man, I cannot express this enough. You have to plug in. Let me tell you something. Mentorship and mindset is everything. Because you can't go through challenges without not shifting your thinking or your mindset or your perspective. I'm telling you, you will always stay in a position of stagnation. You're unwilling to continue to keep on growing, even as an actual leader, because you're putting yourself in a position to where you're like, man, you know, I know it all. Yeah, I heard that before, but let me tell you something. I've heard things over and over and over again. It's just like reading your word. Yeah, I know that scripture, but if I have not embedded it in my heart, then guess what? I'm not living it. I'm not living it. I may know it, but I'm not living it. It's the same thing. You have to live and eat and breathe development and mentorship and leadership. You have to stay on the calls. Dr. Jewel does calls all the time. I need you guys jumping on those calls. We do leadership calls on Sundays, and we're looking to move them to Fridays. I need you guys on those calls. Why? Because there will be nuggets. There will be excitement, not only just hearing from us, but you'll begin to start hearing from other leaders that are excited about what's happening. You know what I mean? Start thinking, I focus on the good. I never focus on the bad. So you're going to learn that about me. I only see the good. You know what I'm saying? I eat the good. I can't stand the bad. So I don't focus in on stuff that is negative. I only focus on where I'm going and what I'm seeing. And so you only learn that and develop that by shifting your thinking, by plugging into daily stuff that continues to renew your mind in certain areas. And so when you do that, it's over from there. So I wanted to kind of hit on some of these small little key points before we move over to the next nugget that we're about to get ready to drop for you guys, because I'm telling you, everything that we're about to lay out for you is going to absolutely change your money. It's going to change your flow. So don't play with none of the stuff that we're about to get ready to share with you. Now it's time to make massive action. It's up to you, Camille. Go ahead.
Okay, awesome. That was good. Okay, so this is something right here. So this is piggybacking off of what Marquita said. So when she mentioned the 12 years, I'm like, oh, shucks, she got an 800 credit score in the MLM space. Good job. So Lawrence, who is a chairman 50 within the company, he shared this screenshot with us yesterday. And I was like, let me put this out here. And the reason I wanted to share is because some people may be brand new to an MLM space. Some people may have been in multiple companies, and so forth. And so I just wanted you to look at this. This is not something to judge anybody, but just to ask yourself, like, where am I and where do I want to be where my credit score is concerned? And this was really, really attractive to me because I know for me, like, I've been in IM for the last 4 years. And at this point, and many of you have heard me say it, my flag is planted. Like, I am so serious about helping families, and I know that this product and this tool and this education can change so many lives. Because even in being in this space, myself, just like some of you all, have probably been approached by other people trying to get you to look at the next thing. But even when that comes, each of you as a leader, if chairman is on your mind and chairman is your focus and helping people is your focus, you have to make sure that you are laser focused. Like, nobody can bring me anything at this point that requires me building something. Now, if you want to bring something to me to say, hey, Camille, if you put this money in this right here, you're growing your money without, like me, I just started saving gold, silver monthly. So I'll do stuff like that. But when it comes to laser focus, helping the masses, people can only follow a leader as far as your focus. If you're all over the place looking at multiple things, doing multiple things, people don't really know what you value and what you stand for. And no, I'm not saying that you can't do multiple things, because you can, but you have to ask yourself, like, I had to ask myself, because there's other things I desire to do, but at the end of the day, it's like, okay, what is that thing that I want to get 1,000% proficient in before I add this? You know, so if you're looking at starting something from the ground, you can't start 5 things from the ground and expect to get hit 100 on all 5. You have to focus in on one, hit 100, and then after you got a solid flow and a solid system, then, you know, maneuver and adjust accordingly. But I know for me, at the end of the day, if IM was to shut down, I would not ever do another company. I've learned the skill set that can pay me for the rest of my life. And that's the beautiful thing about this space. And that's one of the things you want to share with people, because like even Marquita said, you know, you don't have to know everything in this space to share with people. Some people feel like I need to get my trading up and so I can show a testimony. You don't have to. We got Mike, we got Noez on here. They ain't even been in a solid 1 to 2 weeks, popping 600 and stuff, and they still figuring out the basics. You see what I'm saying? So the thing about it is, and Jazz said this on the leadership call, IM, you can get into IM, but I need IM to get into everyone on this line. When IM is in you and you know the value and you know the mission, regardless of what you've accomplished to this point, it will not stop you from sharing with other people at the end of the day. Like, you literally, like, we do it all the time. I saw a preview of the movie Candyman 5 months ago. Just off the preview, I started telling people we need to go see Candyman. We was ready to go see it yesterday, but Auntie Rhonda said, no, you're not, you know. But what I'm saying is, as a business builder, if you can understand the value, what made you say yes, that's what you lead with when you share with other people. The thing that I want you to understand too, and I might be going a whole nother way, but it is what it is. Your, well, how do I want to say it? I forgot what I was going to say, so maybe I'm not supposed to say it. It'll probably come back. But what I want you to understand is that at the end of the day, like, the faster you run, the faster your team run. Because some of you I've talked to, and it's like, man, I don't have any builders, or man, I don't have this. But that goes back to not focusing on what you don't have. You keep speaking what you do have. You know, every time I talk to my kid, I'm like, man, I'm getting more leaders just like you. You know, because at the end of the day, no one's going to have the perfect structure. No one's going to have the perfect team. You know, people will come in and say, I'm going to build and do X, Y, Z, but then they end up just chilling. So at the end of the day, you just got to be about helping the next person and helping the next person and helping the next person, and allowing those people to rise up from a leadership standpoint. So I just wanted to, you know, say that. So the first thing we're going to go over, and Marquita didn't talk about this, but let me kind of give you an idea. So these are some of the topics of discussion. So y'all getting a lot, like I mentioned, it's a lot of information, but the goal is to make it as efficient and effective as possible, so that you all can, you know, navigate the way that you need to navigate. And so what I'm about to talk about is the compensation plan, because all of us want to know about making money. Okay, so I want to make sure you understand how to create this residual, what that looks like for you from that standpoint. And then we're going to talk about business building structure. Okay, once we talk about business building structure, Marquita is going to come on and talk about plugging and running. Okay, because when you're on this chairman run, the goal is having systems in place to keep the momentum up. We want to make sure that you all understand the system of, once you get somebody in the system, what that looks like, so that you can continue to run for chairman. Okay, and we're going to talk about protecting what you have, launching a new business, whether it's your business or a business builder that you bring in. Talk about marketing and inviting, business technicals, and back office navigation. I need to make sure each of you as a business builder understand your back office. I'm not going to go over it in its entirety, but there are a lot of pieces in the back office that you as a builder should know about, should be familiar with, should be checking every day. So I'm going to show you that. And then at the end, we want to know your goals and deadlines. Marquita talked about accountability. So even in talking about accountability, now is the point for you to put some accountability out there. So be thinking about that when we're going through the compensation plan. Don't look at your numbers and where you are now, because if you do that, you're going to still shortchange yourself. Search your heart, pray, even while we're talking about this compensation plan, on what that goal is that you want to accomplish by July 31st. That is what we focused on today. July 31st, what is the rank that you want to be? Okay, and Marquita's going to even talk about you leveraging, she'll talk about it a little more, about you leveraging and using us leaders for those 3 ways and those follow-ups to help make things happen. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So you can see that it's quite a bit of information. So let's jump over to the compensation plan. So what I want to do, I'm going to give you a brief run through of this page first, and we'll kind of talk and jump into some other things, okay? So Jazz mentioned something, and I'm going to give him credit for my next 2 presentations, but after that is mine, okay? Now, he said in order for you to gain the maximum, you need to at least have the minimum, okay? So if you're telling me, Camille, I want to be chairman 10, or I want to even be chairman 500, even if you want to be a 600 or a 1,000, do the minimum first. The minimum is 3 people. For you to get to all the way up to chairman 100, all you need is 3 personals. As you grow, it doesn't matter if them people come from you or, you know, through your link or not. So do the minimum. So if you're on this line and you have not hit 150 yet, you need to be contacting your sponsor if they're a builder, or myself, Marquita. I know Tashana on here killing the game. So if you're under Tashana, you need to be hitting Tashana up, like, what's up? You know, if you're under Keisha, what's going on? So, and then of course, if you need our help, whatever we can do to help. But the thing is, you want to get your foundation. Do the minimum, which is 3. We need you at Platinum 150 if you are not at Platinum 150 yet, okay? And so as you keep going up the compound, I'm starting at the bottom, working my way up to the top. So I lost my pen. I have my iPad pen. Sorry. Okay. So somebody's writing on my chart, so give me a second. Let me cut this annotation off. Clear drawings. Where's the option? Disable. Okay, perfect. All right, so basically with regards to okay, there we go. All right, so with regards to the compensation plan, once you get 3, you're at platinum 150. Keep this in mind. When you have your 2 and free and you upgrade to IBO, you're no longer free. However, if you once you get to platinum 150, you're getting 150 a month. If you're enrolling people through your link, you're getting an extra $25 or $50 a month. So within those enrollments and within that rank, you can reimburse yourself to cover your monthly fee. Okay, so your monthly fee still should not cost you nothing because now your commission is helping cover that fee. So now once you have your 3 people in, you're now pushing yourself to 12. So that's either helping those 3 people get 3 or you're bringing in more people. You're now at what's called Platinum 600. That is $600 a month residual, or you can say it as $150 a week residual, okay? So once you get to Platinum 600, you're making $150 every week to your bank account, okay? And then once you get to 30 people in your organization, you are now getting to what is called Platinum 1000. That's an extra $250 a week coming into your bank account, okay? I know a lot of us could do a lot with Platinum 1000. An extra $250 is, you know, game changer for a lot of people. So even looking at this, ask yourself what your goal is. Like I was talking to one of our leaders yesterday. He's like, man, I'm ready to leave my job. I'm like, okay, what we need to do for you to leave your job? He said, I need at least 10 bands a month. So I'm like, bet, we're going to get you to Chairman 10. So not only does he have that residual coming in, he's been a student and learning. So now that's extra money on top of that. And even with Chairman 10, I'm not even going over that part today. You get extra monthly bonuses too from being a Chairman 10. So even though it's say $10,000 a month, you're really looking at potentially up to like $13,000 a month with Chairman 10, okay? So once you get to Platinum 2000, and let me pull my comments up just in case anybody say anything in the chat. Okay, so Platinum 2000 puts you with an extra $500 a week, an extra $2,000 per month, okay? And this is all about being a connector, okay? Asking yourself, who do I know that can stand to make some more money? Who do I know that has leadership ability or capability or just likes being a leader? You know, you asking yourself those questions. And it's not just about who you know, but it's about who do you know and who do they know and who do they know at the end of the day. Okay, so once you get to Platinum 5000, 225 people in your organization, that is an extra $1,250 a week, $1,250 a week, $5,000 a month, okay? And then you go up to Chairman 10, 500 people in your organization. That's an extra $25,000 a week, $10,000 per month. So honestly, like Chairman is like that bread and butter. Everybody like, it's like, who don't want an extra $10,000 a month, just residual coming in? So whether I choose to sleep till 12 in the afternoon or whatever, I got some money coming. You know, and this is where you're getting into that position of not having to exchange your time for money. You know, and I don't know what everybody's goals are. Your goal may not ever be to hit Chairman, and that's okay. Wherever you desire to go is where we desire you to go and where we're going to help you to get to. Okay? And so figuring out what that is. So Chairman 25 is 1,250 people in your organization. That's an extra $6,250 a week. Like, that's lit because some people ain't even really making that a month. You see what I'm saying? Some people, like $25,000 a month is some people's salary for the year, to be honest, like at the end of the day. So, you know, once you get to Chairman 10, you're now a 6-figure earner within this company. Like 6 figures, that's pretty lit if you ask me. So let's go. So now we're looking at Chairman 50. You got 2,500 people in your organization, $12,500 a week, $50,000 a month, $25,000 every 2 weeks. Like, yeah, yeah. And then you got your Chairman 10. Once you have 5,000 people in your organization, that's $25,000 a week. That is $50,000 every 2 weeks. That is $100,000 per month. Are y'all hearing me? Marquita and I have built organizations larger than this before. Now, she's been in this space longer than me. My largest organization was like 20,000 people. Marquita, I think she was up there at 100,000, if not beyond. You see what I'm saying? So let's keep it moving. So now when you get to Chairman 250, that's 15,000 people in your organization. That is $62,500 a week. $125,000 every 2 weeks. $250,000 per month. Chairman 250, you literally are like making some people's salary that they would make in 5 years. Somebody making $50,000 a year, it take them 5 years to make what you're making in a month. You see what I'm saying? By being a connector, by plugging people. Then you have Chairman 500, 30,000 people in your organization, $125,000 a week, $250,000 every 2 weeks, $500,000 every month. $500,000 every month. Like, it's bananas at the end of the day. And it's not on here, but they just rolled out a Chairman 750. Chairman 750, let's talk about it. That's 70,000 people in your organization. That is $750,000 a month. Wait, that's almost $1 million a month, y'all. Let me see. Let me do some math right quick. 750,000 divided by 4. So you making $187,500 a week. Talk about wanting to buy a house. You can buy that house and pay cash and still not be hurting. So that is $375,000 every 2 weeks. $750,000 a month. Okay? This is why that residual is so important. Being a student, learning this skill set that can definitely change your life and change the life of so many people. But it's nothing like the company saying, you know, all right, since you want to tell people about it and help families, let me go ahead and give you this residual. Get out your mind that you have to know everything and that you got to be the trader so you can show them your proof. The education is the proof. Did you know about PIPs last week? Can you calculate PIPs this week? The education is working because you now know something that you didn't know. That's the mindset you have to have. Otherwise, you're going to have analysis paralysis. You're going to be in here sitting 6 to 8 months saying you want to be a chairman, but you still ain't enrolled 2 people because you still trying to figure it out. And it ain't nothing to figure out. Listen, I went to school at Winston-Salem State University. I started off in the nursing program. If they would have told me, Camille, go find 2 people that want to do nursing and come on up in here and I'm going to pay your whole 4 years is taken care of. Listen, if they would have told me that without even taking my first class, I would have been like, you want to learn nursing? They got a good nursing program. You should plug in. It's the top in the state. I ain't even took a class. I'm just going off what I heard. I seen some people and met some people who graduated from Winston-Salem State. Use our testimonies. If you know that Marquita did XYZ, use her testimony at the end of the day. If you know that I traded and bought my dream car Range Rover and once I hit Chairman 10 in a few weeks, I'm about to upgrade, use my testimony at the end of the day, period. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, leverage us and use us. You know, even the testimony that I've shared, I'm a youth minister. I sold over $20,000 into our church to do a back to school concert to service 100 kids, give away book bags, give away school supplies. Use my story. Put me on the phone to share my story. That's how you leverage and grow your business. Don't feel like you got to know everything. As you're hearing these stories and testimonies, the person that you put on the line with someone does not have to be a builder. They just need a testimony at the end of the day. Sacagawea, Samara, they did amazing testimonies about being in for 2 weeks and 1 week. Put them on the phone. You feel like you can't do this, listen to her story. She only been in for 1 week. Leverage every person in the network. It don't have to be no builder at the end of the day. Like, you got to start thinking outside the box with this space. Once you get past, I got to know everything, then it's only up. And listen, this company only has 250,000 people in it. How many people are in the United States? How many people are in the world? This thing is wide open. Now, we can sit back and let all these other leaders pull all the people, because listen, Nashville done turned up when Money Mike came on the scene. And now his squad, his friends from Dallas flying into Nashville trying to recruit because they know he about to take over. Like, it's open. Go ham. Do it scared. Do it ignorant. Ignorance on fire. I don't know everything, but you need to listen to this. Talk to somebody who do know. Let me put you on the phone with someone who does know. At the end of the day, okay, so let me get off my rabbit trail. Anyway, so that compensation plan just got me real hype, real clear. Yeah, I'll definitely drop our numbers. Like, whatever you need, let us know. Let's get it happening. That's right, Miss Deborah. She believed them charts. Them charts making it happen. Let's go. All right. So here, this is what I want you to see. Take a screenshot of this. This is extremely important. And so, as I talked about with the compensation plan, I told you how many people you need in your organization to hit rank. Now, within the company, there is something called a 40% rule. So with the 40% rule, that means that no more than 40% of your volume can come from one leg, okay? So what does that mean? That means if you're going for, everybody's going for chairman 10 as far as I'm concerned. So let's just say we're going for chairman 10. That's 500 people in your organization. But from a 40% rule, in your first leg, only 200 people can come from that leg. In your second leg, only 200. In your third leg, it can really be more than 100. But when you're looking at the rank, you can't have somebody come in and just, they rank chairman and you think, man, I got 500, I got 500 people in one leg. So I'm hot, y'all. I'm over here. Let me cut my fan on. So, you can't get over here and just think, I got this one leader that brought all these people in, so I'm about to rank with them. No, it's actually a strategy to it, okay? And so, for example, the person that's bringing in, going for 600, as you look right here is 600, you need 12 people, but that has to be broken down 4, 4, 4. Now, I'm gonna show you something here in a few seconds on another screen, because this setup right here is the basic setup for the company, okay? So they push a 3x3 matrix is the goal for building, but at the same time, while there's a 40% max, it doesn't have to be 40, 40, 20. It could be 33, 33, 33, or it could be 40, 30, 30, whatever. But what I want you to understand is strive to push the 40, 40, 20, because that's what most of the structure and the documents and stuff you're gonna see is focused around. But if you're looking and you're like, man, Camille, I got this huge power leg and I'm trying to figure out what I need to do to get to rank. Like one of our leaders that just hit 600, he had more people in one leg, and so he still had time to place people. So I said, look, we can get you to 600 if we shift here. So instead of him having 40, 40, 20, he had 40, 30, 30, I think it was. And so he was able to actually hit rank because of the adjustment. So focus on the 40, 40, 20, if you will, but I'm going to show you some other stuff. So this is this. Take a screenshot of this. So as I mentioned before, this is your main strategy right here. 40, 40, 20 is not on there. 40, 40, 20. So if you follow this, and at the end of this, I'm actually going to open my back office, and I'm going to show you literally how I want you to look at and navigate through your back office on a daily basis. Okay? So you got 40, 40, 20. So this is telling you based off of 3 legs. Remember, we're working at 3x3 matrix. So if you're trying to get to platinum 600, it's telling you in leg 1, 2, and 3. This is the volume you need. If you want platinum 1000, leg 1, 2, 3, it's telling you what you need, okay? It's telling you the number of people. So if you can start looking at your back office on a regular basis. I look at my back office about 4 times a day. When I wake up in the morning, around 12 noon, around 5 p.m., and then when I go to bed. I want to know what's happening in my organization. I know when my number shifts, I'll be like, hey, Freddie, this person missing. I'll be like, hey, Keita, what about this? So now you're taking responsibility for your business, what that looks like from a growth standpoint. And so I'm going to show you at the end when we pull up the back office, you have a rank report section in your back office. In that rank report section, it literally tells you how many people you have in each leg. Okay, so when you see how many people you have in each leg, you're able to say, okay, for platinum 2000, I need 30 in this leg. But on my rank report, it said I got 26. So that lets me know I need to get 4 more people in that leg to get what I need for 2000. So that could be me personally enrolling people. That could be me calling Marquita, like, Marquita, you got some leaders or people that we need to talk to? So this is where that business building, communication, accountability comes into play, and focusing on others. And so each of you on the line, if you're a platinum 600, reaching back to your 150s. Now let's focus on getting your 150s to 600, okay? And by doing, and what to do that, you talk to your 150s about their 3. Do their 3 want to be builders? Now it's about getting their 3 to 150, because as they help those 3 get 150 and it pushes up, that pushes them to 600, which is pushing you to 1,000. But Marquita gonna talk about that. I feel myself rabbit trail. Okay, so so I want to show you this. So this is the alternative rank achievement methods that I just mentioned. So the max you can get from one leg is 40%. So as long as that leg doesn't go over 40%, that other 60% can be distributed any kind of way. It could literally be 40, 40, 40, 20. It could be 40, 30, 30, 33, 33, 33. It could be 40, 25, 35. I mean, it could really be anything. So don't get bent if your legs are out of balance. We can always figure it out at the end of the day, okay? Like, I love system strategy stuff. So if y'all ever have questions on business building, like, Camille, where do I need to place this person? Camille, I'm trying to hit 1,000. I've been sitting at 600 for a minute. What do I need to do to get to 1,000? We can strategize. I will give you straight, okay, put this person here, talk to this person. This person has enrolled 1 person. Let's see if we can get them enrolled 2 and get them to 150, like platinum 150. Literally strategically building, creating more leaders, creating more ranks continues to push you up. So just take a screenshot of this. So when you're looking at your rank report every day, on the back office, you're gonna see this one. But you can also look at this. And I've tested this out with a couple of my team members to make sure it works, and it does. So you can always look, like, you could be like, man, I got 443 for 600. but I need one more person, but I don't got no builders over there. But on one of your 4 legs, you might have a leader about to bring somebody in. That's gonna push you to 600. So at the end of the day too, don't despise having a power leg. Your power leg is setting you up for your future. To be real transparent, and you're gonna see this when I share my back office. I have in one of my legs, I think I got like 3,200 people in one. But remember, there's a 40% rule. So all that don't matter right now, but that job got me set up for Chairman 100. You see what I'm saying? So that's how you have to look at it. Like when it's time for me to hit Chairman 100, I don't have to worry about that leg. It's set. So the fact that that leg has me set for Chairman 100 now allows me to focus on my other 2 legs to build up stronger leaders in that space. I still help that leg. Listen, that's Dr. Kathy. That's Randy and Wanda Webb. That's Jazz Williams, Dwayne Lodge, like all them on my team. Now, if I could have spread them out, I would.
That part. That.
Right. But, you know, they all came in with each other, you know, and so the beautiful thing is leader creating leaders. And so anyway, I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. So don't despise having a power leg, because if you keep a positive mindset, like every time I talk to Randy and them, I be like, man, thank y'all for setting me up for Chairman 100 though. I appreciate that, you know. And so they running. So that's what you want. You want that flyaway leg. That lets you know you're growing. If you get into the thought process of, man, I got all these people, but I ain't ranked up, but they, you know, then you're off course. Get yourself back on course, celebrate their growth, because if they weren't even on your team growing, you probably wouldn't be where you at now. So just keeping that thought process and that mindset. And then I just wanted to show you this real quick. So I talked about this earlier for the person that is a IBO, which is pretty much all of y'all are soon to be upgrading once you get your 3 people. Once you're signed up, every person that you enroll, depending on which package they come in. So if they come in on the Forex pack, if they come in on the cryptocurrency pack, or if they come on the HFX, which is stock options, you make $25. And this is a one-time bonus, okay? So this is what I was talking about earlier. If you're a Platinum 150 and you upgrade, you know, just within that time, if you enroll some new people, you're getting these bonuses. So that's still helping cover your, you know, that's important for you to cover your fee if you want. Or if you do Platinum Elite, it's a $50 payout. Now this is only for Platinum 5,000 and below. So once you hit Chairman level, you don't get any payouts on packages. Deborah, yes, it's definitely important. Now I would say it's important to have your first 3 people as your strong legs, but sometimes it don't always work out that way. But the beautiful thing about it is you can still place strong people under weak people, and I'm gonna talk about that a little bit. But you can still place strong people under weak people, because honestly, it's some people that come in that don't want to build, but once they see momentum and volume being placed under them, it will excite them and entice, you know, like get them to want to build, okay? So we can definitely, like, that's what I normally talk about with leaders when they bring people in. I'm like, okay, do they want to build? Do you think they're strong? What do you think? Because remember, and I didn't talk about this yet, but I will, you have a 10-day window to place someone. So if you bring in 3 people, after 10 days, they can't be moved anyway. So it's just a matter of building down, but we'll talk about that a little more in detail on what that looks like. So one of the other things I want to make sure you understand is that the 2 and free. They did not put this on here, but basically if you have a platinum package, you can enroll, excuse my handwriting, I'm writing sitting up, but you can enroll any packages and you're free, okay? If you are an elite package, the only way your subscription is free is if you enroll 2 elite packages. Now this is for customers. Now all of y'all will be moving to builders, right? So what that means is once you move to a builder, your fee will not be waived anymore, regardless of how you're set up. Okay. And then also, if someone is free, they're responsible for their add-ons depending on their package. So if you're elite, you pretty much have everything, so you don't have to pay for anything extra. But if you are a platinum package member, and let's just say you decide to add the web analyzer or whatever the case may be, those extra fees are your responsibility. So anyway, so yeah, I just want to make sure you understand that. So that's important for you to know for your customers. Also, I did not put this on here, but ACH cannot have free. So to and free does not apply to ACH. So I definitely encourage you to stay away from ACH. I just don't like it. And I know some of you don't like it either, because with ACH, it could take 5 to 7 business days for the payment to show. Now, it may leave your account within a day or two. However, it may leave your account in a day or two, but it still may take some time for it to show up or clear on IM side. So you have a person that signed up, but they don't have access to anything for 5 to 7 days. Yeah, so anyway, I wanted to make sure I mentioned that. Yeah, so that's that on that one. And then customer to IBO transition. Upgrade after the 3rd enrollment. Don't upgrade before. So if you have 2 enrollments in, you're now 2 and free as a customer. And let's just say I call you and say, I'm about to sign up. So you like, shoot, let me go on the upgrade so I can get this bonus, right? Then something happened and my payment don't go through. You're talking to me, trying to, let me know it's all good. We working through some stuff. But then I'm not emotionally stable enough to wait. And I'm like, never mind, this must be God telling me I'm not going to do it. Or whatever people say. I heard that line before. But anyway, now you've upgraded with 2, and now you have to go back to paying your membership when you could have still remained free. So it's important to keep your customer status until you have your 3. As soon as you upgrade, if you have any people that needs to be placed, you want to do that immediately, because there's a 10-day window. It's not a 10-day window from when you upgrade. It's a 10-day window from when that person enrolled. Okay? So let's just say, for example, Pastor Chris, he enrolled Marquita and I 8 days ago. Okay? And then he enrolled us 8 days ago. And then he enrolled Tashana today. But he already has another leg because somebody was placed under him. He has to get in the system, because let's just say Tashana is a stronger builder than me. So Pastor Chris, like, I want Camille under Tashana, okay? Since I've already been in 8 days, Pastor Chris has 2 days to get me placed under Tashana. Otherwise, he's going to have 4 legs. So take placements very serious. Sometimes people get in and you're like, well, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do it tomorrow. Like, no, do it today. Like, live like your rank change matters today. Is that what I tell people? As soon as I enroll somebody, they're placed within the first hour of being in the system. And that's what I encourage you to do. If you have issues or trying to figure out where to place, definitely let me know. Definitely let me know. Sorry, I was looking at the messages. All right. So, yeah. So, yeah, if you have a lead, and I'll confirm this because I have a lead too, you should not have to have the add-on. Well, it's a few things that do require add-ons, but it's not everything. So let me see. I'll check that, Christine, and let you know what I find. Okay. All right, so let's keep it moving.
Camille, I got a quick question.
Yeah.
So, but if they go through Maxi Cash, then they can still get 2 and free, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Because that's instant. The things that take some time is like, because I had somebody do ACH and their routing number or something was wrong, so the payment never left.
Okay.
You know, so yeah, if it's an instant payment, you're good.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. All right, so let's talk about this business building structure right quick. So as I mentioned before, you're looking at a 3x3 matrix, okay? I get this question all the time. Somebody quit or somebody canceled, so how do I move them out the way? You don't move them out the way, they're just there, but you still keep building under that leg, okay? And you want to push to keep 3 legs because some people may reactivate at a later time. One of the things to make note of, if someone does quit or leave or don't pay, they have 6 months that they have access to their back office to reactivate without having to contact support. So they can log in. After 6 months, their back office is locked up. They need to sign back up. They need to get reconnected with the company. So the goal is for you. So let's just say, I just want to use Tashana. So let's just say this is Tashana in female form, as I'm here.
Right.
So let's just say this is Tashana. And, oops, sorry. I'm clicking on my screen, but I'm on my iPad. And so Tashana enrolls Chris, Tashana enrolls Devin, and Tashana enrolls Nay. Let's just say. We're going to give Nay some hair too. All right, so she enrolled them. Let's just say Chris decides, I'm out. It's okay. You're going to see 0 PV here. However, you still have Camille, you still have Marquita, you still have Tish on that leg. So what do? You now, instead of trying to build him out, you connect with us. We continue to build and it's pushing you up. Because here's the deal at the end of the day. The 3x3 matrix is important for building. However, let me do this. Clear it out. The 3x3 matrix is important, but let me back this up. I don't know how to erase on this thing yet. I won't take it all off. You know what? It don't matter. Okay. So the 3x3 matrix is off. Oh, it kept going for me. Praise the Lord. Now, even though, but this is where it comes into being a leader and creating leaders, okay? Because let's just say Tashana had, Tashana a chairman. She got 29,000 here, she got 29,000 here, and she got 14,500 in volume here. For Tashana to hit chairman, these are her top legs. So all that matters is the volume in the leg. It doesn't, the structure below does not matter so much for Tashana to hit chairman, but in order to maintain chairman, it's about creating other leaders and ranks within this. So that's why this person doesn't matter. Even though this person quit, as long as Tashana has the volume needed, she's still gonna hit rank. So I hope that helps because I get that question a lot of someone quit. Oh, Saka Jawea just signed up another person. Let's go. Blow up the chat, blow up the chat. Helping families. Congratulations.
Let's go.
Let's get it. So let's see. So yeah, so that's how that works. So I just want you to kind of have that mindset. If people quit, they just quit, but it doesn't stop you from building and working underneath there, okay? You want to keep it moving, period, at the end of the day. All right, so let's talk about this business building power leg strategy. So this is really important from a building standpoint, okay? So let's talk about this. So here we go. This is you, okay? And you got these legs. Now, some people, they tend to enroll maybe family members or something first because they want to get their power leg structure. Now, this is what we recommend. So let's use Mike, for example. So Mike, let's just say, brought in 12 people in the last week. Okay? So I'm going to double this up. So he enrolled these 3 people. These 3 people haven't brought anybody in yet, but Mike brought 12 people in. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, and then doing 1, 2, 3, and so forth, you want to build a power leg under each customer. So with his other people, he's going to do 1, 2, 3. He's only focused on building 1 leg under each person. Now, if it's your family, like your spouse, your best friend, your brother, your mama, and you're building them out and helping, that's one thing. But if these are people that you don't have that type of allegiance or relationship with, to make your structure grow faster, you want to build a power leg for the person. Because this is what happens. I'm about to show you. Okay, so let's just say this is Tish. Okay, so Tish just enrolled Nay. She just enrolled Princess. And she enrolled Jackie. So they're customers right now. So it's like, okay, Tish hit Nay up, like, Nay, check this out. You only need 3 people to hit Platinum 150, but you only need 9 to get $600 a month. Nay about to blow it up, like, bam, let me get this $600. So then what happens? Nay brings in 3 people. So Nay has now started her structure, and then she upgrades to Platinum 150. So now she's getting 150, and she jumps on board with 6 people in her organization. She only needs 6 more, so that can come multiple ways. That can come from this customer bringing in 3 or whatever, or it can be from Nay bringing in more people, or Tish continually building a power leg. So this is how you help your customers, because at the end of the day, you want people that want to build. If they're like, I'm not interested in building, you just keep building that 1 power leg. Because then when they come down the pipe, like, man, I came to my senses, I want this residual. It's like, cool, you got a team over here of 90 people. So you already set up for Platinum 1000. We just need to get another 120 people and you there. Or you're built up for Platinum 5000, but once you get 8 people, you're a 600. Once you get 18 people, you're 1,000. You see, you break it down, because now that you've built that power leg, it puts them in position to now come and help you grow and help you run. So that's how you want to strategically do it. If you haven't been doing it this way, it's cool. But you can start. Figure out that 1 leg out of your tree of those 3 and start building that way. And then that will help create the momentum to get runners, because a lot of us run into the idea of, I have all these people and I'm putting people under them and they, pushing up for rank, but they ain't trying to build it. I'm doing all the work. Like, like I have one leader, I've been working with her, and she's like, man, I done created all these leaders from placing like this, but they won't even call them, but it's like, because that person's heart ain't really there. So you want to, position people whose heart is really there to help them to grow and, stuff like that. So this is how I encourage you building and using that power leg strategy. So then what happens, Nay has these legs here. So that person gets 2 more, and then Nay starts building out a leg. You see what I'm saying? So now it starts duplicating the process. So somebody asked the question, so what if the person who brought us in leaves? Do we fall under who brought them in? So you're really still under whoever. So I don't know who team you on, but I feel like you on Tashana team.
Yeah, she on mine.
Okay, so check this out. So let's just say Tashana enrolled Marquita. Marquita enrolled me, and I enrolled you. and I quit. It don't matter because you were already still on Marquita's team. You was already still on Tashana's team. So, and I'll show you this in the back office. If you go in your back office under menu and click upline IBOs, it'll give you the name, phone number, and email of the IBOs above you so that you have a point of contact. If your sponsor does leave, it gives you another point of contact of somebody to reach out to so that you can, you know, still continue moving. So yeah, so if the person above you leaves, it doesn't change anything. You still have that leadership above, but that's one of the things that we're going to talk about, because you want to make sure that you plug your team into a support squad. Like I like to call it a support squad. So I know, like when Billionaire Boss Society came on the scene, Tiana introduced me to Tashana. Tiana introduced me to Shannon. You know, so I know I now have a relationship with Tashana. Like I could check in to make sure she good. You see what I'm saying? Or let's just say Tashana introduced me to Alicia. But let's say Tashana like, look, me and my family about to go to Italy for 6 months. I'm a trade.
Girl, you get prophesied this whole call, girl. You is your prophecy bag. Yes. Speak, girl.
Ain't that what you said at your baby shower? You going to Italy, girl?
No,
wow.
girl,
Wow.
she just prophesied. Talk about my car, everything. She already got my white Range Rover. Prophesy. Woo!
That's wild.
I'll cash after you after this.
I received it. Listen. But let's just say that's what Tashana gonna do. But because Tashana, when she plugged people in, got them plugged into the support, Alicia don't miss a beat because she got, you know, she don't miss a beat. So Tashana all, but the squad's still growing till she get back. You see what I'm saying? So all that plays a major role in it. Okay. All right, so let's see. So some placement nuggets. I talked about this already. You can only move someone. So you can move someone twice. So like what happened with my guy last night, he placed them, but I was like, nah, you want to place them a different way. You see what I'm saying? He was still within his 10 days, so we were able to place them again. But once you move them twice, you can't move them again. Okay? And as I mentioned, if you're unsure of where to place, reach out, because the goal is to lead you to rank advancement at the end of the day. And, you know, as I mentioned, place stronger people under weaker people. So if you have your 3, like really think about that person. Like, do I think they're strong? Do I think they're weak? Or would they be better partner with this? Because like even working with Mike, who just hit 600, I was asking those questions. Like, okay, we got these 3 people to place. How strong? They say they want to build, but how strong do you think they are? Now, if we place them under this person, is this person strong or weak? So kind of thinking about that from a strategic standpoint, because it does help, because at one point he literally had maybe 3 or 4 strong builders on one leg with really no builders on the other. So we had to reshift that thing, you know, to make it work. So if you have those questions, don't be afraid to ask us, you know, whatever we can do to help. So Kita's about to jump on here and she's going to talk about the plug and run building method. Like this is extremely important, and we want to make sure that you see it and understand the process, because when you're running a chairman, you got to be able to plug people and keep running. Plug people and keep running. Kita, you out there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Okay, you guys, so now we're going to switch over a little bit because this is really important. Camille did an amazing job with breaking down to you guys the structure part so you can understand how to be able to now run. So now it leads us to this part that's really important, which is our whole plug and run building method. Okay, so I love this because this is extremely important. This is one of the reasons why we put an entire system together to make it easier for our builders to be able to plug and run, right? So that way you can plug them into the system and you keep on running. Previously, before, we would sit back and be on the phone with people 24 hours a day trying to just get them plugged into the system. And how many know if you're running towards chairman, you can't be on the phone with people for a whole hour, a whole 2 hours just trying to get them plugged into a system. So that is the reason why we created an entire system to make it easier for you as a builder to start plugging your people into it. So the very first thing, if you see right here, is get enrolled. All right. So let's just say I brought in Nay, right? So my whole thing of bringing her in, I got her into the system. I got her enrolled. My next thing is this. I want to plug her into the team setup site. This is extremely important. So one of the things, as soon as I get someone into the system, so I get them enrolled, the next thing I do, I don't pick up the phone and call and do all that kind of stuff. No, after I get you plugged in, it depends on whether I'm plugging you through and you got connected through social media, whether I was talking to you on the phone and you decided to go ahead and get connected right then and there. What I do is to say, okay, I'm about to get ready to send you, I'm about to get ready to send you over a link. And it's a pre-done message. We will send this out in the team. If you don't have it, we will send it out to you. It's a preset message. I said, I'm going to send you this particular message. And on this message, it has a link on it. It is our team setup site. It has 12 steps. I need you to do and duplicate these 12 steps in the next 24 hours. I put a time on it. So I need you guys to start putting a time on it. Why? Because the time is of the essence. They have to get plugged in. And then I let them know that we could literally see you doing all of the steps. If you skip, we know that you skip because it shows up in your actions when you're asking questions, when you're trying to plug into the system. So I tell them in the next 24 hours, I need you to quickly get plugged into the system. And then on top of that, one of the things that we turn around and do is schedule a 24-hour follow-up call with them afterwards. So this is extremely important. So no more. I need you all to cut out right now, getting the person connected, because this is going to kill your momentum. Pay close attention. It's going to kill your momentum. It's going to stagnate your growth because you cannot spend an hour to 2 hours to even 45 minutes on the phone with someone after getting them connected up, helping them to walk through actual steps. That's why we have team sites set up and set in place because, see, this is the reality. This is an educational platform, okay? So in the minds of people, if they can't even take their own education enough serious to sit down and listen to a video to walk through the steps, then I'm telling you, you're setting yourself up to now become their platform, to now become their university. And you don't want to do that. You want to put some type of responsibility back off on the person because they made the decision and they made the choice to say yes to learning this education. Do not allow people to use you as a crutch. Put the responsibility back on them. But how you do it, you steward it in a very good way. And you get them connected, you send them the site, you let them know, I'm about to send you a message. Congratulations. It's going to say, welcome to the wealth transfer. Click this link. You have 12 steps. Do this in the next 24 hours. We're watching you, and this is going to get you into everything. After that, you schedule a 24-hour follow-up call. Now, that 24-hour follow-up call is basically you doing this. You're basically telling them, all right, now that you're all set up, you know how to calculate a PIP. You can ask them, is there anything within those 12 steps that you completed, do you need help with, all right? So then they may say, okay, yeah, I was a little clueless on calculating gold pips fully, or I was a little clueless on whatever it may be. Then you can be there to assist and be there to help them. And then in that follow-up call, make sure that you're bringing them to the team app. You're letting them know, okay, so now that you got everything set, we literally have your life set up for you for the next week. We have strategic things that we want you to look at. So if you're focusing in on trading, we have your life set up for you. And if you look into the team app right here, you can look at the event schedule, and literally Monday through Saturday, there is something that you can literally do to plug in, to have a full understanding of which direction to run, because we strategically put or handpicked educators from the I Am system to be able to help you to flow. Pretty simple, right? And then you bring them over to the Telegram group and say, this is our team Telegram group. This is where we get together. We throw extra trade ideas here. And this is just helping to further that education along. If that makes sense, you guys, because this is really critical. I want you to put chairman in the chat. Go ahead and put chairman in the chat, because this is going to help you hit chairman extremely fast. No more spending all this time on the phone with people. You get them connected. After you get them connected, you send them that message, and then you're off to the next person. You're off getting the next person into the system, all right? Because if you're paying attention in the Telegram app and the team app, whenever somebody says, I just actually put in my first demo trade. If you're paying attention, you can see, yes, they on step number such and such. All right, they getting it in. So now in your back of your mind, you on social media, you're working. You're reaching out to all of your other people. You're working here, and you're constantly bringing more people into the system versus spending an hour to 45 minutes trying to plug in one person to get them connected when you could have brought in 5 within that same time frame, okay? So pay close attention to that. So that is extremely huge. So once again, make sure you guys are doing that. Was there something else? All right, on to you, Camille.
All right, so one of the things, and this is gonna be really short, and what we mean by protecting what you have is very, very important. If you're looking at going to chairman, you gotta be looking at this as the holy grail. This business, this education, the platform, the team groups and stuff like that. Because what happens is this: people go inactive for whatever reason. People choose they don't want to pay, or they figure they can do it by themselves. That's why we're so strict with adding and removing people from the groups. Because of course there's lots of value in our training. Of course we trade and get the bags together. A lot of you all have your own groups for your team. So I encourage you to do the same thing within your groups, protecting what you have, because at the end of the day, if people could still get access to what you have without paying, you're gonna stagnate. You're gonna fall short of hitting your goal. So that's why I'm really anal and adamant about it. I check it consistently because I know what we have is powerful. I know what we have is changing lives. I believe all of you all believe the same thing. And so that's why it's important to check your back office daily. And I'll show you where to look when we go over that. But checking your back office daily, you know, to make sure that people who are active are supposed to be, you know, are active. People who are inactive are not supposed to be in groups. So if you have someone that goes inactive, don't wait for us to clean the chat. Shoot us a message. Hey, Camille, XYZ is inactive. I did reach out, no response, and they haven't reactivated. Can you remove them? Because the more you value your business and protect what you have, the faster that you will grow, because people want that access. People want to make money, but sometimes people want to take a shortcut, you know? So you have to make sure that you really protect what you have in this space as you continue to go out and affect the masses. So now we're going back over to Keita, who's going to talk about launching a new business. So this is a business that you started, you're launching your new business, or launching someone else who just recently plugged in. So Keita, back to you.
All right. So you guys, I love this part because this is the momentum. This piggybacks off of everything that I just shared with you guys, just getting the people plugged into the system. Okay. So launching your new business. So let's talk about it. So Camille hit on it when she was just explaining to you guys a little bit about the structure and the 3. Remember, the activation within this company does not start until you actually get 3 people into the system. Okay, so pay close attention to this. It does not start. So your goal is to make sure that you get those 3 people connected. So for example, let's just say I enrolled Pastor Chris, okay? So I enrolled Pastor Chris. I get him plugged in, right? The first thing that I want to make sure is identifying. So pay close attention to this, you guys. Make sure you are identifying a customer or a builder and a customer. A builder and a customer, identifying both of them. So when I'm speaking to someone, after getting them excited and they're about to get ready to plug in, the first thing I ask them is say, okay, so do you want to just become a trader and just trade, or do you want to also trade and build? And they tell me right then and there. So they let me know, I want to build and I want to trade. Perfect. Okay. So I'm noting that down and I'm writing it down, and I'm thinking now of where I want to actually place this person within my organization, which is everything Camille stated. So after that, I've already sent them over the link to get themselves connected as from a trading perspective. But this is where the momentum has to be. I'm telling you, if we duplicate this, you guys, we will see record-breaking numbers, constantly seeing people come into the back office. Okay. So you sent them over the link so they can get connected where trading was concerned. But right after that, The first thing that I'm telling Pastor Chris is this: I need to speak to 3 people in the next 24 hours. Like right now, get me on the phone with 3 people that I can share this education with so I can get your 3 people plugged. Now, on top of that, let's say you may be married. The next thing I'm out talking to that person, I need you to get your spouse connected. I need you to get a family member, someone that you personally know, or even your business. I need to make sure that it is structured amongst the 3. So as we run with the next thing that I'm going to make sure that I get you positioned with, your 3 is already set. So write this down again, you guys. When you get somebody in, the first thing you want to ask them, do you want to just be strictly a trader, or do you want to trade and build? Once they tell you they want to trade, you make sure they get that link and they get everything set up there. If they say they want to trade and build, this is the next thing you want to say. All right, so I need to make sure I get in front of 3 people in the next 24 hours because I have to jumpstart your business. And in order for you to jumpstart, you need 3 individuals, point and blank, and that will put you at P150 and put money in your pocket, okay? So you do that. The next thing is you want to schedule first a live launch. And you want to do this live launch in the next 72 hours, period. So I'm telling them, after I speak to these first 3 people in the next 24 hours, after that, I need you within the same time that you're trying to get these 3 people, I need you to be giving me a date, all right, a launch date. So I can literally launch an online launch call for you. And I need you to identify, write down a list of people that are customers and people that are builders. And it can be anybody that you know. It can be a family member. It can be a next door neighbors that you're thinking of. It can be people on social media that you have been talking to for years. It can be a coworker. It can be people at church. I'm just throwing, it can be the person that cuts your lawn. It doesn't matter. You are writing down people that can be potential builders and traders, and then you're writing down people that can be potential customers, okay? And so you want to get that date back over to me. So Pastor Chris needed to get that date back over to me within the next 72 hours, not waiting a week from now, because what happens, you're stagnating your business. You want to get that live launch done within the first 72 hours. So now what happens is I'm already on the phone right now. I just signed Pastor Chris up. He got me on the phone with a cousin, an auntie, and an uncle, even if it's not all 3 together, they're all individual calls, whatever it looks like. And he just signed up 3 people in the same day that he got connected, okay? On top of that, he ended up reaching the rank of P150, and he set a launch call in the next 72 hours. What happens now is that those 3 people, we would then identify amongst those 3 who are builders and who are just traders. So let's just say 2 of them are potential builders and 1 is just a customer. Great. So what we do is get with those 2 that are builders, and we say that we have a launch call that Pastor Chris is about to do on the next whatever day that is, 3 days from now. We need to make sure that you're plugging your people into there as well, and then we're reaching out to those 2 people to make sure we do what? Making sure that we speak to their 3 people within that same 24 hours. It's an amazing ripple effect, all right? So what happens, the launch call becomes even bigger because now his 2 people are bringing people to listen. And then, within that, we have 2 to 3 days before then, now their people then already signed up 3 people. Now they're bringing in people. So it's an amazing ripple effect, okay? So that's one of the things you want to make sure you're doing. Outside of that, then you want to make I talked about the builders list. Reach out to the prospect. Now, let's talk about that. Now you want to reach out to the prospect. So people always ask me, so how do I do it? After writing the list out, I got my list here, boom, 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 boom. Now I'm ready. How do I invite them to my launch event? It's real simple, you guys. You can either pick up the phone. So Pastor Chris, you can pick up the phone and call them and say, hey, I got some amazing educational information. I'm super excited about it, man. And I want your opinion on it. Look, on this day, I'll be doing a launch call. Just let me know if you can get in on it. That's it. Don't go into no details about, Forex, and because remember, you're still learning at this point. You just be excited. And that's the only thing you have to say. You pique their interest from there. And then after that is it. It's a wrap. So then they're going to say yes. And then you get off the phone, because the longer you hang on the phone with them, then the more they're going to be trying to get more information out of you. Look, seal the deal. Allow your upline leaders to come in and close it for you once they get on the call. So the only thing you do is hang up the call. Boom, hang up on them. And then you send them the link access to the actual webinar. If this is making sense, go ahead and put money in the chat, okay? So that's what you want to do. I'm going to say it again, and I will repost this verbiage in the team Telegram group. So you can be sending this verbiage, whether you're sending it through a text message or whether you're actually picking up the phone and calling them. There's going to be two types of verbiage that I'm going to send. One that the company has, which is really amazing because it gets people to thinking when it comes to asking them questions about their bank account, asking them whether or not within the last 10 years, have they seen X amount of money flow through? So we have two of them that you can literally send to them, okay? So I will post that verbiage in the team app so you can have it, okay? So after you have done that, you have already created the prospecting journal. Now it's time to build from event to event. So this is the great thing about it. So recap one last time. You get a person in, you ask them what? They want to just be a customer? Do they also want to be a customer and trade? If they want to do both, then perfect. In the next 24 hours, I need to be on the phone because I need to structure your 3 people. Get me on and talk to them so I can seal the deal and put money in your pocket. You do that, you become a P150. We have now structured your top. We got you in, your husband in, your mama in, okay? Or we got you in, your best friend in, your next door neighbor in, whoever you think, okay? And then we identify within them, what do they want to do? Are they going to be a solid customer or builder? And we duplicate the same thing and start talking to their people in the first 24 hours. And then we get a launch date for them within the next 72 hours. So we're launching their launch for them and getting this information in front of their people. And then they are sending out a message, picking up the phone, calling, saying, hey man, I'm super excited. I just got the plug on some great information and I want to get this information in front of you. Look, I'm doing a launch call. X amount a day, and I want to get your opinion. So I need you on the call. That's it. When you drop, I want to get your opinion, they're going to be there. Okay. And that's it. And you hang up the phone, or you texting them and they respond back like, absolutely, send it to me. Then you send them the link and you follow back up with them. All right. So and you write all these names of the people that said yay, nay, or whatever. And now it's time for the launch call, you guys. So now it's time for your launch call. You need to be following back up with your people. So you need to be messaging them 30 minutes before time, reminding them, all right, or even sometimes you can pick up the phone and say, all right, the call starts in 30 minutes. I look forward to seeing you on there. Or you can shoot them a message and say, look, the call starts in 30 minutes. I look forward to seeing you on there. So these are just small business builder tips that you can really, really run with, and you can see chairman at a very rapid pace. So this next thing is called marketing and inviting. So if the last thing was where you guys really understood everything that I said on the last one, I want you to go ahead and put a 5 in the chat. And then we'll move on to marketing if nobody has any questions. Great, great. Yes, Chairman Tish. Yes, Chairman Sacagawea. Yes, let's go. Chairman's, Brittany, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Terry, I see you, I see you, I see you. Deborah, I see you. Chairman, good, good, good. So all of us in here is about to get ready to rock it out. Rock it out, all right? Tashana, I see you, that's right. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna talk about real quick is marketing and inviting, my favorite, all right? I grew businesses because of marketing, right? And I love this, so Camille, go ahead and click on the slide. So what I'm gonna talk to you guys about, this is extremely important. So when we created the setup system, we created a very strategic platform for your people that you want to invite to plug into. Why? Because we understand the industry that we're in. And there's certain things that we can't say on a public platform that FTC would not be knocking at our doors talking about AAA. Because see, the reality, we're not brokers, you guys. So there's certain verbiage that we have to say. There's certain things that we have to say, and we can't be misleading or, you know, saying certain things to be able to pull, because, you know, our government don't really can't stand that we're in this space anyway. So they're watching us under a microscope, right? So we created a Facebook system and a page and a safe haven for you. That's why you have to use it. For you to be able to truly leverage and say whatever you want to say in this particular group. But we will make sure that you're saying the right verbiage that will keep all of us in a position of safeness, okay? So the first thing that I want to say to you guys is this: marketing on social media is extremely important. So yes, what you say and how you say it is extremely important. So first thing I want to say is this, because now you have tapped over into becoming a business owner. So now your social media has to line up. Point blank. So it means that you can't just freely go off the cuff, just saying whatever you want to say on your mind. You know, man, I feel bad today, so now I want to put the badness out on social media, right? And now people looking at you like they saw you as a leader, but they see you now, they like, man, I don't know. Because now you're written and raving, you just going off the cuff. But what happens is that that information never goes away. So let's say you're now talking about helping other people and educating other people, but your last 2 posts, you was just sitting here talking about other folks, or you were feeling down, or if I was to come across your page, you may have good content, but I'm going down your page to see your consistency. If you're trying to get a fish like me, and many of you guys need fish in your business, you need sharks. You need people that got influence that could literally help to catapult your business. But I can tell you right now what they're looking at, just like your job is watching and looking too. They're looking to see your consistency. They're looking to see a person that will stick and stay in something. So whether or not you're adding people on social media because you're trying to get them involved, if your social media don't line up with your last post and you were talking about inspiring and empowering people, but everything else don't line up, you can forget it. They're going to go run, and then you will catch them again signed up underneath somebody else. Because why? They saw consistency elsewhere. They didn't see a quitter. They didn't see somebody that started something and then in the next 6 months they quit because they didn't see the growth that they wanted. And you could have snagged a real shark in your business, but your consistency killed it. Or you just continually just kind of bazzing out and spazzing out, threw them off. They're like, I ain't trying to be with somebody that's inconsistent, even in their thinking. It's the reality. So one of the things that I need you guys to do, even on social media, if you plan on building a brand and building a business on social media, I need you, the first thing you need to do is go ahead and fix that profile picture, point blank. And then that banner, I need you to also upgrade that one too. So look, you're in the business, you're a business owner now. It's time to go take some photos. It's time to reinvest in yourself. Why? Because we're talking about money. We're talking about a space in education and information. If you're trying to pull people over in let's say Nassau, or trying to pull people over in Italy and all this, people pay attention to that because see, the reality, you may have some good stuff, but I can tell you this, people, they do business with you after they see you. You ain't even got to hear you. You can have some real good information, but they gonna look and see, they looking to see, is this somebody that I can really trust? So that's the first thing I need all of you guys to do, is to do that. And the second thing I need you to do is to just be mindful of what you're sharing, what you posted. Posting lifestyle. People love lifestyle. And it's just you being here every single day, whether or not you took a trip. One of my team members said, you know what, I was able to take a trip somewhere in, me and my kid was able to get into the car. We took a trip here. I said, that's perfect. That's lifestyle. Just imagine so many people want to go and just take a trip, get in their car and drive somewhere. If you post that, that's showing lifestyle. So you want to get in the habit of displaying lifestyle even down your social media. So if someone that comes and like your profile, they actually are seeing what you're doing. So this is where leveraging the Facebook Helping Families group come into play. So after you get all of your social media in line, and that's not you trying to take a whole week off and let me get my social media together. No, let's be real clear, okay? I don't want you doing all that. I want you to just start taking what I'm sharing with you and just start implementing here and there and keeping this education at the forefront of your thought when it comes to marketing to a masses of people, okay? And now I just want you to start kind of making the shifts. All right. And just start being mentally prepared and understanding what to do. Not to shut the whole system down and let me get this in order to do this. No, you get it in order because see, people like to see people do, people like realness. Okay. So we're not creating a bunch of fake people because what we do, we're real, right? We display real everything, we share real everything, and people are going to gravitate. They're going to love us because of the realness that we carry, okay? So we ain't creating no fake stuff, but I just want you to clean up what you're doing so it's attractive to your tribe, okay? It's attractive to your tribe. Just write that down, my tribe. Just say my tribe, my tribe, my tribe. Yeah, your tribe is here. Okay, so the first thing we want you guys to do after you did all that is leveraging Facebook Helping Families group. So everybody on here, this is real key. Use that Facebook group. Use it. It is a hub. I signed up a couple of people off of Facebook, off of the Helping Families Facebook group. Why? Because they've been seeing the posts of other people consistency. So you can talk all day long about how you're succeeding in this space and what you're doing, but people want to see other people succeeding outside of you. So if I'm putting people into this group and I'm inviting people to this space, then we're waking up and we got Tashana or we got Chris or we got David or whoever else, or, in here posting, I just made X amount of pips, or I just got on the education with the company and we just smashed this, or I just learned this. It's not just posting how much pips we got. I want you guys to post in there, you know, what you learned within the system, what you learned within being a part of the educational platform, and then post your lifestyle images in there too. That's what the hub is for. It's to be able to get in there so people could be able to see that this is real, because we can't publicly post it on our public social media platform. So use it whenever we profit out as a team together. I'm not just saying you guys go to Facebook and post. Don't just let 3 to 4 people in there posting consistently all the time. Be the ones that literally help you take your business to chairman. No, you participate, because if you're dropping people in there, they're looking for you. They're looking to see you actually doing something too outside of everybody else. That gets them fired up and stirred up. So let's start leveraging that Facebook group. If you're on and you created pips on your own, I don't care. Post it in the group. Pips is pips. Whether you catching it from I'm throwing it, to Shauna throwing it, Chris throwing it. If you call Nas 100, Kathy threw it. I don't care. We all are a team together. Leverage that dog on Facebook group. Because we brought some folks in this week off of leveraging that group. It is a beast. It could literally help. And then outside of that is now leveraging the education that I just shared with you guys. Post it in there. Talk about vibrato. Talk about, you see what I'm saying, the harmonic scanner. Post a picture of the harmonic scanner and post it in there in the group and say, y'all, look, I just caught this. You can even take a video and take the video and watch the doggone chart going up while you catching pips. And you can say, y'all, look, y'all a part of this group. If y'all ain't signed up yet, get in. Your voice speaks volume. Don't just do the bare minimum. You got to go over and beyond, because I can promise you it's not only going to super succeed your business, but it's going to help the others that's also a part as well. And then I also share posting lifestyle images and trainings and we're going to be doing a lot more even in the Helping Families group. We're going to be going live. We're going to be doing live presentations. We're going to be pulling on some of y'all to go live and do presentations in the Helping Families group, just to market to those in the group that have not even got connected with. We're going to start taking it to social media. You see what I'm saying? And then we want to duplicate. This is the last thing, duplication with the customers and the leaders. Now, if you've added your people into the group, this is going to be extremely important. Write down the list. I'm not just saying add people that you know on Facebook. Look, many of you got 5,000 friends. Many of y'all got 2,000 friends, right? They friends that you don't even know. They just your friend, right? You know what I'm saying? So I want you to write a list down and get in the habit of doing this every single day. Whether you're adding 10 people to the Helping Families group a day, okay? You're inviting 10 people to the group and you're writing their names down. Whether or not you know them, it does not even matter. You're writing their name down. When you add them to the group, then what you want to do after they be added, you want to go back to the group to see if they in, and you want to tag them. There is an opportunity video that myself and Camille did that gives an overview. Tag them in the video. Go ahead and tag them in the video and say, hey, look, check out this video. Welcome to the Helping Families group. Scroll the page and see all the success of everybody winning. After you do that, you guys, it don't stop there. It doesn't stop there. You should not have invited somebody into the group and it's been 30 days and you ain't even reached back out to them. So after you add them underneath the video and you tell them to watch it, you want to be following up with them in the next 48 hours, at least, minimum, max, done. You want to private message them and say, hey, want to say welcome to the family, but I want to also check with you to see if you took a look at that video that I tagged you in. They're going to respond back and say, either yes, I did, or no. And if they say, yes, I did, I liked it, then you can say, all right, perfect. Send me your contact information. Because what I want to do and the best time to call you, that's it. So send me your contact information and the best time to call you. That's the only thing you need to say to them. At that point, they're going to send back to you their contact information and the best time to call them. What do you do after that? You get them on the phone with a 3-way with myself, Camille, your upline leader, or somebody else to come in and seal the deal. Because see, the Helping Families group done already, helped out a lot. We done already shared a presentation. They done already seen people posting success stories, sharing their knowledge, their education of being a part. That already done closed it. So when you get them on the phone with a third party validation or call, then what happens? It seals the deal. Now you got a person. So get in the habit of really utilizing that Facebook group. You also posting in it. You also posting your education and constantly keep sharing and watch you reach chairman just like that. And one thing you can do is go back into the Helping Families group. If you don't even remember the people that you brought in, you can go back to the Helping Families group and underneath members, you can click and it has your name there that says the person that you actually invited. Boom. No excuses. Okay, so click on members, and if you invited somebody, your name and their name, your name will be next to their name. So you can go back and write down. Don't be messaging other people's people. Okay, we don't do that. Message the people that you invited. If you don't remember, write their names down, and you go back and message them, and you say, hey, I'm just checking to see if I know you've been a part of the Helping Families group for a minute. You see us in here winning every single day, baby. We want to get you a part of the winning team. Did you check out the video? That's it. And they're gonna be like, man, it is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm interested. Perfect. Send me your name and your number and the best time that I can call you. You do that, you get on the phone with your leader, say, I got somebody, a three-way, just need to seal the deal. They done already seen everything. They've seen the success of the team. We just need to lock it in. That's it. And it's just a testimony, and then it's closed. So please, you guys, make sure you leverage it. Back to you, Camille.
Awesome. Hey, Kitty, did you want to actually show them the Facebook group for those who don't know, or you think we good? She probably done ran away.
Yeah, I can show them.
Oh, I figured you was running after Justy or something.
I know, right?
All right,
Okay,
hold on.
I can share.
Okay, I'm about to stop sharing. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me share real quick. All right, you guys, so you can see, Camille? Thumbs up? Perfect. Okay, so here you guys, this is the Helping Families Facebook page. And remember, we're gonna be going live. We're gonna start doing trainings in here. We're gonna start displaying a lot of our tools, a lot of the vibrata, stock options, all of that. We're gonna start really training. So this group is gonna really be a group that you really want to plug people into. So right here, you can see, if you're not a part of this group, Camille will put it in the chat. So you can go ahead and add yourself into the group, okay? If you're not a part of the group, she's gonna put the link of this group into the chat so you can add yourself. And what I want you to do after here is create a list of 10 people that's on your Facebook page, and I need you to start adding those 10 people in, write their names down, and tag them. This is the video right here. Okay, so you can see 142 people have tagged people on this video. It's giving an overview. So right here, you click there and you just basically type the person's name in that you invited. So once you invite them, at least wait a few minutes. We watch this very heavy and we're always adding those people. Just give it about a good 20 minutes and you go back here and you tag them individually. Don't tag all 10 of the people in the same message, okay? No, tag them individually. All right, Keisha. So you invited Keisha, say, hey, Keisha, you know, hey, here, check out this group, you know, check out this live video on 4X. We're excited to have you. Looking forward to talking to you soon. However, you can make it personal. However you want to say, you add them there and then you'll go to follow up. So here you can see, we just posted a testimonial right here of Al, you know, has been trading with us, testimonial strong. Perfect opportunity for y'all to come in here. This guy just said, it's powerful. He just turned around and said that, man, I love it. He said he has never, ever grown his personal banking account, period. Never, ever flipped them. But he was able to flip and increase 4 trading accounts. That's the perfect opportunity to start tagging a bunch of people under his video that you invited to say, hey, look at this testimonial. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna be dropping a lot of testimonials in here. So if you guys have testimonials, it doesn't matter if it's with a tool, if it's using the vibrata, if you made $5, if you increased in education, if it's a residual, whatever, I need the testimonial. Message me on Telegram, your 60-second aha of success. It can be residual based, it can be trading, it can be education, it can be whatever. Because we're gonna be dropping that up in here, okay? So you can see here in Nashville, lit. Corona who? We ain't playing. We serious about this thing. Let me get it real clear and popping. Like, I'm not playing with this. It's too many people out here that's struggling and hurting. I'm not about to let nothing stop me from not getting the bag, but me helping educate as many people as we can. We dropping stuff in there like this. Here you got more live presentations. You got people in here telling some, look, me catching 30 pips, the squad did. You got me here, we call more pips. You got Tay in here, great job team. We bagged 60 pips on Trading Gold. Now let me cash out and order myself a great lunch since I ate pips for breakfast. If that don't get y'all excited, that's exciting. You come here and start tagging folks. Use this group to your advantage. Tag them and say, man, did you just see this? She about to cash out right now, not in 6 months, because her money still got to grow. She cashing out right now and eating breakfast off of it. You see what I'm saying? Right here, you got Charlotte that's working, saying she just snagged 40 pips. Okay, you can be done snag 50, 100 pips, 1,000 pips trading US 30 with Kathy or getting on, I don't care, put it in the thing. You have to blow it up. You understand what I'm saying? So here you got Sharmika, 60 pips here. You got Miss Linda. Miss Linda is what, about 60 years old? Perfect opportunity. You see what I'm saying? For you to turn around and say, look, she just smashed 10 pips. You can be tagging your grandmas, you can be tagging whoever, it doesn't matter. Not calling her old because she's young, but y'all get what I'm saying. Come on, somebody. You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole premise of this thing, you know, of being able to get, it doesn't matter what the age is, represented. But I don't want to keep seeing the same people smashing pips. That's the thing. I want to see your faces in here. Shamika, here we go again, still smashing. She's still smashing. Now we got Noez in here who just got connected. Hey, I just enrolled my mother. Perfect. Y'all enroll people, put them in the helping families. Because what happened, this is a group, you guys, that we're trying to also get people and leverage what we got. So you want to put your enrollees in there. You hit a rank, pop that rank in there. Nay, I need you to go to the helping families. And I need you to put that the boss, the Billionaire Boss Society is on point. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I just popped 600. I just increased my residual. I want you to go in there and do that. Princess, if you on here, tell Princess to do the same thing. Go in there and post your picture in there. This is your group. Y'all leverage it. You understand what I'm saying? And then as people are posting it, you go back behind them and tag other people in it. I'm telling you, it's an amazing thing. 20 pips there, snag. Miss Daisy out of Atlanta, snagging more pips. Todd, 20 pips. You see what I'm saying? Tay, snagging. We all eating. You know what I mean? A great thing. Another testimonial of a pastor doing great things. He told a great testimonial. You want to tag people in this stuff. So said all that to say, you guys, it's a lot going down here. Post your lifestyle. If you're doing events or you post up in front of somebody or you helping somebody, post that in the Helping Families group so people can see that this is a culture of that we're helping people, okay? So really use this to your benefit and to, you know, really help the momentum of your business explode. So back to you, Camille.
That was amazing, Marquita. Can you please look at your text messages too? Got a 3-way for you. I couldn't do it because I knew it was my turn.
Okay, got you.
All righty. Once she stops sharing her screen, I will jump back over. So what we're about to talk about is some business technicals. Keita, make sure you stop your screen share.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I think I clicked off you. Sorry, guys.
She got too many things open on her phone. I mean, on her Mac.
I do. Okay, there we go. I see it.
All right, so give me 1 second to reshare. All right, here we go. All right, so we're gonna talk about some business technicals because all of us have dealt with some form of technicalities in this space. And let me start here. Is my stuff showing? It's not crossing over. Give me 1 second. Let me reshare again. For some reason, it didn't populate like I needed it to. Airplay. Mac. All right, here we go. All right, so take a screenshot of this because this is going to be really important. And I'll also post these links. But from a technical standpoint, yesterday we actually did a leadership call with Spila, who is actually in corporate. So she kind of helps us navigate, adjust things with the system and so forth. So we're working on some amazing things, you know, to just make the field experience for us IBOs a lot more streamlined and seamless. But as far as contact and support, you have to submit any support issues through the back office. If you can't log in, so for example, your back office is locked, somebody was inactive and can't get back in or whatever the case may be, you can send a support ticket through this link right here. This link is not public yet. They're gonna add a button on the home page soon, but it's not there yet. So until then, save this link. I'll repost it as well. So when you click on this actual link, you'll be able to open it up and submit your own support ticket. Okay. Also, if you have issues registering, registration at iMarkets Live is a good place to go to send an email, submit with a copy of your ID, submit from the email that you're attempting to register with. If you have payment issues, trust and safety at iMarketsLive.com. This is extremely important because sometimes there may be issues with the card, or you're trying to get something to run through. Your bank is saying it's not them, and so forth. So sending an email to trust and safety at iMarketsLive.com will get you into the queue. If you submit a ticket and don't get a response within 48 hours, then you want to send it to Marquita or myself so we can get it escalated to let them know that the issue has not been taken care of as of yet. Marquita and I are actually in the process of creating a business builder website for the helping family. So if you do have issues and so forth, you'll be able to submit them to us on the website, which will allow you to enter the ticket number, what the issue is, and so forth. So once we receive it, we can get it immediately emailed and forwarded over. But that's something in the works. Our goal is to have the IBO site done this week. And so literally all the stuff that we talked about today will be in that site in one form or another. Or we may just repost this entire boot camp. So yeah, so just make sure you have these, take a screenshot of this, but I'll also post them so that you can have those points of contact. So remember, if you send it to us, we'll have to check to make sure you've actually, if we can't help troubleshoot it to complete it, you have to at least have that trail that you did attempt to contact support. They're kind of been pushing back with us with that. So that's just the process currently. So once I go into the back office after this section, I'll show you how to do a support ticket, and all that good stuff so you can maneuver there. Ms. Deborah, she said, is all payments recurring because you had to go in and pay yours this month? It should be, but it depends on what payment method you're using. So we can definitely take a look at that to see what that looks like. All right, so now some other technical tips for IBO. Did my screen move? I don't know why it seemed like it's delayed. What do y'all see on the screen? I moved on my iPad, but it didn't move on my screen. Do you still see contact and IM mastery?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, stand by. Why is it doing that? Like, we've been doing great all day. Don't start giving me tech issues.
Camille,
Uh-huh.
I used my bank card because you said something about ACH, so I didn't do that. I just used my bank card, and I thought it would come out on the 8th, and it did not. So on the 9th, that morning, I had to go in and pay it again with my card.
Got you. So I'll reach out to you afterwards because I can send it over to my contacts so they can look behind the scenes to see
Sound good.
why. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so commission week runs from Tuesday to Monday. So whatever rank you make on Monday is paid out 2 Fridays from then. So for example, give me a second. Okay. There we go. All right, so for example, today, this is not even a real calendar for this January. So let's just say today is the rank day. So literally from here to, this is a rank week. Your rank on this day determines what you get paid on this day. Payday. So for the person that just hit Chairman 600, when the rank week closes this upcoming Monday, that now locks your $150 in to be paid 2 Fridays from then. So keep that in mind. If you are an IBO and you have not yet, let me make a note so I can show this in the back office. Select your payment method, your commission method. As soon as you become an IBO, that's one of the first things you want to do. upgrade the IBO, and then go in and select the method that you want to be paid. Make note of this because I get this call just about every day. The day that a person's due date happens, that is the day that their volume goes to zero. We're working with programming because what we desire is when it's your due date that the system does not run or doesn't zero out today, but attempted the payment and the payment doesn't clear. Then remove the volume. But because there's so many people and the company has grown so much, payments are processed in about 4 batches over a period of a day. Excuse me. So what they actually do is zero everybody out that's due that day, and then they start processing payments in batches of 4. So once that person's payment has processed, the volume comes back. So on certain days, you may see a drop in your volume for a short period of time, but this is the reason why. So I just want to make sure you're clear, because some people call and say, hey, XYZ is showing inactive, or showing zero volume, but they still have access to their back office. But what happened is their due date. So the system is doing this work. So with that being said, I definitely encourage you to be patient with the system updates. They're doing a lot from the programming standpoint, but from our history with the company, whenever they do quick moves such as changing the server, it can mess up so many things. So they're trying to, gradually continue to adjust and evolve. So definitely be patient with the system updates. When you enroll somebody, they pay, you get an email, they got access to their back office. It may be a couple of hours before that volume shows. The person will show in your back office as long as they didn't use ACH, and probably a couple hours later is when the volume will populate, because remember, they process 4 times a day. From my understanding, they process at 1 p.m. and 1 and 6 twice a day Central Standard Time. So that's 1 a.m. Central Standard Time, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, and 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's what time the batch starts, but it can run for 4 or 5 hours to get all those people in. Remember, it's a 250,000 people they're processing. So they're looking at new processors and ways. But, as leaders and builders, I just want to make sure that you're aware of it, so that when you enroll someone, it's like, man, I'm about to be a 600. Why my back office ain't updated yet? It's because you got to give the system time. So I tell you, just go to sleep. When you wake up, you'll be a 600. Because I can literally look at it and tell you, so if you're unsure and you just want to be sure, Camille, can you look at my back office? Here's my ID number. I just enrolled these people. I don't see no volume. I should be a 600. And I can look at it and say, yeah, when this volume added, it will add this to your number, so you should be, or XYZ. So I just want to make sure that you saw that and were aware of how that works. Back office navigator. So this is the last part. My goal was for us to be off in 2 hours, so I'm about to try to make this fast because we right at the 2-hour mark. But I still want to make sure you understand the back office navigation. And then all of you all, you should be in the leadership Telegram. So if you're in the leadership Telegram, just for the sake of time, July 29th is our next rank. The date that we want to see what everybody's goal rank is by July 31st. So while I'm getting ready to go over this back office, whatever your heart's desire, don't look at your current state of where you are, because you have to put it out there. And once you put it out there, now it's just time to line the work up with what you're trying to do. Okay, so you can say, I'm a 150 right now, but by July I want to be a 5,000. Anything is possible with the right work ethic. So put it out there. So if each of you, because accountability is key, we need to know. Okay, and so for the sake of time, if you can go ahead and jump over to the team, the Telegram at some point while I'm showing the back office, I want you to type it like this. My name is Camille Westmoreland, and I will be a Chairman 25 by July 29th, 2020. Affirmations. I need to see what your goals are so we all can get an agreement with you and with each other. So I need those in there because Marquita and I are going to go back there and write those down. Not only are we going to write those down, we're about to reach out to you to come up with the game plan to see what you're doing, where you need to adjust so we can make it happen. So I need you all to make sure you put that in there. My name is, and I will be, whether it's Platinum 600, whether it's Platinum 1000, no goal is too big or no goal is too small. The thing about it is that you want to set a goal and you want to push towards it. Even if you don't hit the goal, you're closer than where you would have been had you not set a goal. So make sure y'all do that. So I'm going to get ready to jump over here to the back office. So let me pull my back office up and share my screen. So my goal right now, because I do want to share this replay. So my goal is to not show anybody's personal information other than my own. So I've been practicing beforehand to, you know, make sure I know how to Zoom and stuff. Okay, so this is the back office. So this is my back office right here. If you're IBO, this is what your back office looks like. So it's a couple things that I want to go over to make sure you're aware of. This page right here is your rank report. This is where you as a leader, this is where I come like 4 or 5 times a day. So you need to come here as often as you can. And so this first box tells you your current rank, okay? This second box tells you the next rank, okay? It tells you what volume you need to hit the rank or what's left. Now, this is that weekly rank cheat sheet that we talked about earlier that I told you you'll see on the back office that's focused on the 40, 40, 20. So let me show you what you're looking at. This is one of my Zoom points. Okay, so I had to zoom in to cover people's information. But as you can see, for example, for chairman, you need 200, 200, 100. So when you scroll down to your express tree calculator, okay, you see this. So remember, I mentioned I had over 3,000 people in one leg. So this is how you use this. Whatever rank you're going to, chairman, you need 200 people in one leg. You got 200 in one leg, so you good. You need 200 people in another leg. You got 155, so that means you need 45 more people to get to 200. You need 100 people in another leg. You have 59, so that means you need 41. And that's literally what I do every day. Like, okay, so I'm working with Keita, I'm working with Freddie. What's your next rank? This is how you have to think. So when you look at this, not only are you looking to see what you need, now it's like, okay, I need to focus on, you know, pushing these leaders to their rank. So now, Tashana, what do we need to do to get you to 1,000? So now I'm strategically helping Tashana because as Marquita talked about in the beginning, when you work with your team to help them navigate to the next rank, it's helping you. When you help your leader navigate to the next rank, it's helping them. You see what I'm saying? So like when I talk to Dr. Jewel, I'm like, okay, Dr. Jewel, you are 100. We got to push you to 250. In order for Dr. Jewel to get to chairman 250, she needs at least 6,000 volume in my leg. If you look, I got close to 4,000. You see what I'm saying? So now I'm working because I'm like, shoot, if I could push myself up, you know, to get to chairman level, like chairman 25, I'm going to push Dr. Jewel up to hit 250. Or if I push myself to chairman 50 or whatever it is, I'm going to help her hit 250. So that's the mindset I encourage each person to have. Look at your leaders and what 150, 600s, 1000s can I create? And then looking at your sponsors and leaders and like, okay, what do I need to help create here that's going to help push her, which is going to help me. So that's the mindset you want to have. And so the other thing I wanted to show you real quick is this. So you have platinum. So this is your rank history. So every day it tells you what your rank is. So this is another place to look. So like I just showed you that calendar, that, you know, whatever your rank is on Monday is what you get paid 2 weeks. This bolded with the asterisk is a commission day or a rank day, which is the Monday. So whatever your rank is on this date, 2 Fridays from there is when you actually, 2 Fridays from then is when you actually will get paid at that rank. So that's how you calculate it. The reason that they show you your rank each day is because once you get to Platinum 2000 and above, you start getting rank, you start getting, what is it called? It's like a rank, what's the word? Achievement bonus. So if you maintain that rank for 90 days, then you upgrade, then you get like a $500 bonus all the way up to like a $250,000 bonus as you continue to advance. So that's why it shows daily. But when you come, you just want to pay attention. So your rank every day matters, but it really matters on this day with regards to determining your monthly payout. So I just wanted to make sure that you were clear on that. Let me jump over to the placement tree here. Bear with me 2 seconds. Been trying to protect people's stuff. So placement tree. Give me 2 seconds. Stand by for 1 moment. Sorry, somebody knocked at my door. So anyway, so now with the placement tree, I won't go down because of personal information, but anytime you enroll someone as an IBO, if they're showing up here in your placement tank, that means that this person can still be placed. They're still within their 10 days. So if you enroll someone and you place them, they're gonna still show there for 10 days. So let's just say you place someone and you're like, man, I probably need to place them elsewhere. You still have time to place, but remember, you can only move somebody twice. You can only move someone twice, and after you move them twice, you cannot move them again. So be very clear on you wanting to move that person, or, you know, reach out to get confirmation if the move or the strategy is important or is the right place. So let me keep going. It's a couple more things. Your referral link, if you come over here to the side and click on my website, when you click on my website, the second link is the important link. This is the directly join page. If you click this one, it just takes them to the website where all this information, where confusion can happen. But if you click this one, or, you know, so I encourage you to save it, because if you select this one, they immediately are here to put, you know, can put up their information. They are optimizing and creating a new website. They showed it to us on a leadership call yesterday, but it'll be coming out soon. When you sign someone up, make sure you as a leader, let them know. Select your initial payment. So you're gonna pick your package if you're doing platinum, but when you come down, also pick your monthly option, which happens in 28 days. We run into some situations where people will select the initial, they don't select the monthly, and right now it automatically defaults to elite. So they may pay $234 to get in, but they set up on the elite and they charge $274 next month. They can come down and pick the platinum package, but it's going to be really cool when they update the current website. But until they do, make sure they know to pick the initial and the monthly. It does not automatically default to your initial situation. And then also with paying, pretty much everyone pays with a credit card, but there are also other options to pay. I avoid ACH. I recommend MaxiCash if you cannot do a credit card. But even when a person does MaxiCash, is not an automatic situation. So I encourage people, if they're having bank issues, get in with MaxiCash so you can get in and start learning. But let's work on your banking issues on the back end so you can update your payment method so you can get onto a residual, okay? So you want to make sure that you do that. So, and if a person signed up and they selected the monthly option here, they should be able to go in and change it. Let me, I'll log into a different account. I need to log into my other account to show you how to do that. Yeah, so let me do that real quick. So if you have someone who picked, a different pack, you can literally, so this is another thing to pay attention to. So as you can see here, it says your elite package is active, your next bill date, and you can manage. So if you click manage, it brings you here. So the elite pack is active. If you want to switch to one of the other ones, you come here and select it and hit modify pack. So when your renewal date or your next billing date comes up, it'll charge you and switch you to that particular package. So that's what you would actually do in order to switch for that person. You just need to do it at least 5 days before your renewal is due, so that you don't get recharged that. Let's see what else I want to show you. I showed you the referral link. Selecting your commissions method. So once you become an IBO, on this left-hand side over here, you are going to select, what are you gonna select? What are you gonna select? Payment options. So payment options allows you to select. If you do Bitcoin, it may take about 5 to 7 days for your commission to be processed and received. So if we get paid on Friday, you may not get it to the next Friday. Skrill is okay. I used to use Skrill. However, Skrill has a lot of these different parameters and limits, and you have to go through re-verification to get more limits and stuff like that. Pay Quicker is the easiest. You need $50 minimum in commission for a payment to be issued to you. It's a setup fee of $19.95. That's going to come out of that, your first commission. And you can get a prepaid card with Pay Quicker, but I like Pay Quicker too because you can set up your bank account. So every Friday when I get paid, I just wire the money to my bank account. I don't even use the card. So I just wire the money to my bank account on Fridays. It's normally in my account by like Tuesday. And I just do whatever I'm gonna do. I tithe, bills, invest in myself, whatever, when that money hits the account. And then every transaction is only $1. So like, let's just say you made $1,200 for the week because you know, a $5,000. When you transfer that money, they're only charging you $1, so you get $11.99 in your bank or whatever. So Pay Quick is the best option. So what will happen is they had some glitches and I think they fixed them. I got to check with a few people who were having issues. But once you select the option of Pay Quicker and Save, you're going to get an email. And when you get that email, it's going to have you click the link to confirm that you want Pay Quicker as your option to get paid. After that, you won't get any other correspondence until you made commission of at least $50. Once you make commission of at least $50, you're going to get an email link that they send to you saying Pay Quicker's received money, set your account up. Once you set your account up and the money's in your Pay Quicker, you can then order your card to have it sent. But in the meantime, go ahead and connect your bank account to have the money withdrawn. So that's the process. So even if you select Pay Quicker, you're not immediately going to be able to set up your Pay Quicker account. It'll be once you've had that $50 minimum commission. And so those emails normally go out on Fridays because that's the day that commission is paid. So I just want to make sure you all understand the commission method process. And the last three things I'm going to show you is understanding the credit wallet, contacting support, and where you can access the handbooks, because each of you as business owners, it's important that you position yourself to understand the products and services, or at least have a handbook or working knowledge so that you can be marketable to your team, you know, to be able to provide that support. So basically, the way the credit wallet works is this. With regards to the credit wallet, we have people that are international that may not have a bank card or different things like that. So within your credit wallet, you can choose to, I think it's under pay options. Let me see. it's a way within the credit wallet, you can set it up to every time you get paid to move a certain amount of money to your credit wallet. Now, be sure you want to do this because with your credit wallet, once that money is in there, it's not coming out. So like, let's just say, for example, I'm like, okay, every time I get paid, I want to put $100 in my credit wallet. So then what happens is somebody reaches out from Africa, they don't have a card or a way to pay, so they cash app me some money. Once they cash app me some money, I can create a new user and literally sign them up. I don't know if it's gonna let me click because I don't have money in my credit wallet, but I can literally sign them up into IM using the money in my credit wallet. You can't use half money and have this. The full amount that's gonna be needed for that transaction has to be in your credit wallet. And so if that's something you think you want to use, you can pick a certain amount, and it could be a one-time thing, or you could say every week I want X amount here for my commissions to go here. So you can have that money available to set people up who may have card issues and stuff like that. So that's just something that I want people to know about, just in case it's something. Right now, it's not a way for you to add money to it from a card or anything like that, but it's basically from you doing it. Let me see something. Yeah, it's basically from you doing it through your commission. So I want to make sure you understood that. The last thing on this site is support. So this widget down here is your way to contact support. So of course, when you pick it up, it's like, man, nobody ain't saying nothing. So you can type in stuff if you have a question, or if you just click leave a message, it'll ask you some questions. So you can say, I'm a member, so I have a question, or I'm an IBO, I have a login issue, billing question, or trust and safety. You know, like if a card not going through and they're telling you to reach out. So let's just say IBO, for example. So it automatically pulls your information because you're logged in. You put your subject, description, what you're having trouble with, placement, payout, or other, and then you upload any files that you may have and you send it. Once you send it, you're gonna get an automatic email with a support ID number. Keep that ID number, okay? So if anything pops up, you can actually, jump on it and, send it to us if 48 hours has passed and you have not been able to do it. And then the same thing with that support link. Let me look at my, I texted to myself, but I gotta find, okay. So here, copy. So let me see if I can open this. So this is the link that I mentioned earlier. So this is the link. So if someone is here and they're having an issue, and then it's cool because you have strategies. So you can come here and look at every strategy and it'll give you information. So like I know somebody had an issue with US 30, or it wasn't US 30, I think it might have been Gold Cup or something. And so like, what is Gold Cup US 30? So when you click on it, it'll give you an explanation or a brief overview of it, which is super cool. But for the person that has a request, you submit a request here. And so you are still able to choose if it's a login issue, put your contact information, and that way you still get a support ticket. So I just wanted to show you that. And then the very last thing I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna let y'all go. Thank y'all for bearing it out. IM Center. As I was mentioning before, it's extremely important as leaders to make sure that you know the ins and outs of the business that we gone over today. But also I encourage you to print out this handbook under Academies. If you click on Academies and then you go down to IBO Academy, it's a lot of good stuff in here. I encourage you all to read. But under IBO Academy, come on and open up, baby. Oh, there you go. Under handbooks, you have 2 handbooks currently under there. They're working on some more. So the IBO handbook, it just gives you all the ins and outs from compliance, all of that. Read that. But the one that I wanted you to look at, or that I wanted to mention, was the strategy handbook. Because as you're going out sharing with people, honestly, everybody may not want to do Forex, or they did it and didn't have success. So this is a good space for you to be, so you can, know some of the ins and outs with the company and what they offer. So this is actually a product handbook. It literally talks about all the products that the company has, from Forex to crypto, and all of that good stuff. And so you know, a person that you're trying to get to consider Forex, as you're learning their style, because we give you a place to plug them in, learning ECC 11, learning the scanner, so forth. But over time, as they evolve, they'll be able to see, man, I can do harmonic scanner because it's swing trading. My work schedule doesn't allow me to trade like that. But if I can find a trade and get in and check it when I get off, that works for me. So you having some kind of working knowledge about the different products will allow you to help your customers even more. And, it tells you which educators are teaching on particular strategies, how many hours a week that strategy is taking place, how many trades they may get using that particular strategy, and so forth. So just making sure you take advantage of the IBO Academy is definitely going to be important. So anyway, that's all that I have. Keita, I think you're still out there. If y'all have questions, have y'all gone over to the Telegram and posted your goals? Okay, yep, I've seen them come through. If you have not posted your goals yet, please do. Please go post your goals, because that accountability is key. I'm going to go in there and post my goals by July 31st, 29th, or whatever. I want to see your goals because we need to work towards those goals. If you have not done a launch yet, let us know. We need to get you doing a launch. It could be a Facebook Live. It could be a private Zoom, whatever that is, because launching your business is going to be key to your next. So I don't have anything else unless anybody has any last questions. I thank y'all for hanging out and sticking with us all this time. I really appreciate it. I think Marquita's fell off or something. Anybody have any questions? Or I guess we did so good that y'all don't have no questions.
Y'all killed it. Thank you so much.
Yay.
Thank you so much. Y'all lit.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for real.
Yeah, I'm excited for y'all. So
See y'all soon.
yeah, I know. Yes, absolutely.
I have to.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, so let's run it up. I'm about to go in here and look at these rank goals. I'll post information because we still do leadership calls every week. We're trying to figure out the best time to get most of y'all on so it can be effective, because if we run together as a well-oiled machine, it's not okay, so check this out. So the company has canceled all physical events for the year, but they're looking at a physical event, I think, in March or April next year. I would love for the whole squad to be chairman 10 and above. If you want it, we want it for you. The whole movement hitting the stage. Yes, I'm chairman 10. Yes, I'm chairman 100. Yes, I'm chairman 500. If you want it, if you want it, we want you to want it, and we trying to run with you to run it all the way up. So I'm gonna be hitting those messages. Some people will be, yes, Tay, let's go. So you'll be getting some text messages from us because we're gonna be doing some strategy, scheduling some lives. If any of you all feel comfortable doing webinars, we're trying to get some webinars going. As Marquita mentioned, we talked about doing some presentations and stuff within the Helping Families group, whatever it is. So anything you're willing to do to, step up leadership, look, I need to do this because this is going to help me become a better leader, let us know. We take all help at the end of the day. And then remember, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, something ain't sitting right, you're trying to get clarity, reach out. We real open book. So whatever we can do, if we need to change some things as leaders, let us know. Because at the end of the day, we want to see everybody win, and we don't want to be a stumbling block for anybody. So if it's things that you feel like we can do different, definitely let us know or adjust. We want to make it happen. So anyway, yes, Tashana, I will be hitting you up for sure. Yep, Tashana be lit over there on her webinars though. I be like, there we go. She be lit. She be so lit. Alicia, yep, absolutely. Like, yeah. So anyway, thank y'all for hanging out. Because I don't think I showed anybody's personal information. I will be able to send this replay out. It's 2.5 hours, so you might have to skip around, and we're gonna post it on the Builder website so you can go back to replay and watch and stuff like that. So anyway, y'all make it a great day. I'm about to eat me something because my window of eating ends in 1.5 hours. So yeah, so anyway, y'all have a great day. Excited about your goals. Whatever we can do to help, like I said, let us know. And we will see y'all later. See y'all in the chat. Have a good day. God bless.